we go. Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Church of Evanston. My name is Ellie Feddersen. I use the pronouns she, her. Whether this is your spiritual home or you're newly discovering this community, we are grateful to share this time with you. We strive to be an inclusive and welcoming community, seeking truth in love and nurturing the human spirit for a world made whole. We are guided by our principles and values, which remind us in every moment and through every challenge that each of us is worthy of love and that we are all connected through the vast and beautiful web of existence. We come together to remember our kinship with one another and hold one another in heart and mind with tenderness and careful attention, and to dedicate ourselves more fully to living our shared values. Welcome to those, I'm looking at the camera, the people online. We hope you've gotten your chalices ready. And people of all ages are welcome. They're an important part of our faith community. We're blessed to have the children in our sanctuary for the first half of every service, but today we have them for the entire service. We do this once a month. The nest is in the front where the carpet is. It's a designated area for families and young children where we have quiet fidget toys and activities and a kid-friendly order of service. We saw that last week. It's laminated, it's very cool. We encourage our parents and caregivers in the nest to help support our youngest members of the community to participate in the service in a respectful and engaged way. Nursery care is available every Sunday in room 11 in the lower level, and the stairs are right over there. As part of being a welcoming and inclusive community, we have some information posted on our screen that will help orient you to UCE and our service. Now, of course, we have a few announcements. If you brought bread today, please keep it with you at your seat. If you already put it up here, that's okay. Until we have our bread communion later in the service, and you can also bring anything you brought to accompany your bread to the kitchen. Next Sunday, which is November 30th, is a mask-required Sunday service. There will be masks available at the Welcome Center when you walk in from the parking lot. You're welcome to bring your own, as we strive to create a space for in-person community time with our immunocompromised friends. We will continue to have a mask-required Sunday once a quarter. So we'll see you next Sunday, at least half of your face, with your masks on. Also, make sure to check the Lost and Found today and next Sunday, because any remaining items will be donated on December 1st. In case you don't know where it is, it's under the coat racks in the lobby. The drawer's pretty full, so who knows, you might find your lost water bottle. Take a look. From Jenny Walsh and Ellie Feddersen and Maggie Weiss, we want you to know that Mitten Tree is still underway. Every year, UCE Food and Shelter Team provides gifts and support to several of Evanston's organizations during the holiday time, with your generous donations, of course. It's a tight deadline this year. Please adopt a gift recipient or recipients and deliver your donated gifts by next Sunday, November 30th. Please see us at the program table in the back to sign up or get the link. Now, let us settle in together, gather our attention, and share this time of reflection, celebration, and inspiration. As we begin our worship service, please let's quiet all our electronics and our bodies and join in beloved community. We do have a special treat today. We have two very talented, cherished, and longest-serving UCE pianists, Gregory Shifrin and Ken Smith. They will be doing what I think is a miracle, playing four hands on the piano at the same time. And you're going to get to hear it right now in our opening song. I'm up and down a lot today. But I love it. I like being busy. I'm going to do our land and labor acknowledgement. The Unitarian Church of Evanston was built on land that was recorded as being transferred from the local Potawatomi community to the U.S. government in 1829. Shortly before, the Potawatomi in this area were forcefully removed west of the Mississippi. This land was then sold to white settlers. We also remember the ancestors of contemporary African Americans, the individuals, families, and networks of Black people who built up our country's culture and economy, a role forced upon them originally by enslavement. We acknowledge the impacts of the intentional violence of the Middle Passage and enslavement, which echo through generations and remain a reality today. We offer these acknowledgments as one small effort towards building long-term solidarity with contemporary communities. We commit ourselves to incorporate these admissions into our lives and turn our thoughts into actions. Please join in our words of shared commitment that are on the screen. We name these realities with honor for all ancestors, respect for our descendants, and gratitude for the land we use, sacred space. Topher Carrington, Jim Dibble, and Aaron Testert brought the flowers today in honor of their 12th anniversary today. Congratulations. As they light our chalice, symbol of our living tradition, please join in saying the words on the screen by Katie Savani Gelfond. We light our chalice as a symbol of gratitude as we celebrate abundance of lives together. In this sanctuary, we harvest bushels of strength for one another and offer our crop with the hands of compassion and generosity in the authentic and gentle manner of our connections. We cultivate a simple sweetness to brighten our spirits. May we be grateful for the ways we nourish and uplift each other, for it is the sharing of this hollow time together that sustains us.
She's coming down from the pulpit again. Any of our kiddos? They hurriedly look down at their work. Anybody want to lead the covenant? Someone other than Juliana who did it last week? Anyone? Robert, how do you feel about it? No? All right. Do you want to lead our covenant? Come on forward, I'll show you. What's your name? You want to turn around? Is that okay? Do you want to tell us your name?
Leo.
Okay. Leo.
Please rise and by our spirit and join in saying the words of our covenant. Love is the spirit of the church, and service is law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to speak the truth in love, and to help one another.
Thank you, Leo. Good job. We we sing our opening hymn, please turn to someone that you don't know well and say good morning. And if you're online, please say hello in the chat. Please stay after this service for our bread potluck that we're going to enjoy together and continue your conversations. And if you're new to UCE, please stop at the new member or the welcome table at the back to get information about our congregation and how to get connected.
Hello again. In last week's service, we sang a version of For the Beauty of the Earth from our Gray hymnal. Today, we're singing a different setting of that same text. This one is from our newest hymnal, our virtual hymnal, called Sing Out Love. As you will be able to see on the screen, there will be 3 voices. There they are. All right, voice 1, voice 2, and voice 3. Voice 1 is sung throughout the hymn, and the other 2 voices enter and later disappear before the end. We'd like to invite you to join us in singing this hymn. So there's a quick tutorial of each voice. Yes, here's going to be voice 1. As you catch on to it, feel free to sing it now, but we'll do it also in the hymn. Okay. So not a tricky melody on that one. All right, here's voice 2. Voice 3. As you hear these various voices in the piece, you're invited to sing whichever works for you, and you can switch it up if you wish. For the Beauty of the Earth.
Around
It's time for all ages. This is a tale called Ukko's Bread. It's a tale from Finland. Long ago in Finland, people told stories about a great god, Ukko. Sometimes when he visited the birch forests of Finland, he took a human form. One day he came upon a small cottage. Through the window, he could see a woman with her arms up to her elbows in bread dough. She looked like this. Ukko immediately thought of the delicious taste of freshly baked bread. It made him hungry. He knocked at the door. The woman couldn't open it, of course, because her hands were all doughy. But she called out,
Come in, hurry up. Don't let the cold air in.
Ukko bent his head and stepped inside. The woman had no idea who he was. She took him for a traveler or a beggar and carried on with her work. Ukko tried to be friendly, but as he chatted about the wind and the weather, he didn't take his eyes off the bread dough. The woman grew a little irritated and finally said,
The bread isn't baked yet.
Don't worry. A hungry man doesn't mind waiting.
You're more than welcome, but for now, take a walk in the woods. Come back at nightfall. I'll give you some then.
So off Ukko went, full of expectation. The woman soon finished kneading her bread. She stretched and folded and tucked in the edges to form a beautiful, very large loaf of bread. She was about to set it aside to rise, but then she had a thought.
It's too big. My visitor can't be that hungry.
So she took her knife, cut the loaf in half, stretched and folded, tucked in the edges, stepped back to admire it, and thought. She thought for a long time.
It's still too big. He can't be that hungry.
She continued forming loaves over and over again. She decided they were too big, so finally, when she had formed a loaf that was barely as large as her fist, she was satisfied. She knew that it would taste delicious, so she let it rise and baked it, and then there was a knock at the door. It was Ukko, of course.
Come in, hurry up. Don't let the cold air in.
She quickly presented the hungry man with the bun she had prepared for him. He couldn't help but gasp, a little surprised at how small it was. He thanked her politely before carrying on his way. The woman watched him go. She had seen the disappointment on his face, and she felt herself shrinking smaller. And smaller. She kept getting smaller and even smaller. Oh my goodness, she got very, very small. She was a very tiny person, a tiny, very sad person. She wished she'd been better at sharing. As soon as she started wishing that she could share better, she noticed some warmth in her chest and all around her heart. It reminded her that she could be a big-hearted person. She could be generous. She reached for some dough and started kneading. She would stretch it and knead it. It was a small loaf, but it was the best she could do. She said,
I will give this to Ukko.
as soon as she had that thought, she felt her heart grow warm, and she herself grew a little bigger. She reached for some more dough, as much dough as her little herself could manage. She added it to the other dough. She began to knead it and stretch it. It was a small loaf, but it was the best she could do.
I will give this to Uko.
Yeah, she did this over and over again until finally she became her usual size, very slowly. Her heart was growing warmer and warmer, and she was growing bigger and bigger. She reached for more dough, not quite all of it, for her family needed some bread too. She took as much as she could, added it to the dough, and began to continue to knead and stretch it and fold it into a lovely loaf of bread. This was the best she could do. And she said,
I will give this to Uko.
so she put the loaf in the oven, and guess what? There was a knock at the door. Uko came back. She gave him the bread, and Uko was very grateful. The bread was delicious, and the woman was grateful too, because she found a way to be generous and still have enough to feed her family. The end.
I invite us now to settle into our time of quiet reflection as we share the joys and sorrows that we have among us today. If you have a joy or a sorrow, you can, and you would like it spoken aloud, you can write it in this book, which I forgot over here. It's found at the table as you enter the sanctuary, or you can send me or Reverend Susan an email, or you can fill out the form found on the homepage of our website. We listen to these offerings with tenderness and with respect, and we do our best to settle our minds and our bodies together by breathing in. So I'm going to ring this bell, and then we'll breathe in together, hold it for just a second, and then let it out. These are the joys and sorrows that have been shared before our service today. From Lena Hilko, sharing my joy from an event at UIC yesterday called The Last Letter, in which about 50 people gathered to write 1,000 letters, one to each inmate at Logan Correctional Center, to express our solidarity in light of Illinois' current administrative rule banning physical mail and photos in prison. All mail is currently scanned and shown through tablets. It was good trouble to write 1,000 letters to resist against this dehumanizing rule. Thank you, Lena, for doing that. And all those who did that. Good trouble indeed. One of our beloved among us shared this anonymously. We are pleased to announce that our adult child has successfully expunged and sealed several misdemeanors and a felony. This came about through his hard work, healthy lifestyle, and help from Chicago Legal Aid. This frees him for applying for jobs without the worry of discussing convictions from over 20 years ago. And it shows that the hard work of many people who are working to reform the criminal justice system does pay off. Jordan Strieber is grateful to have moved out of St. Francis Hospital to Schwab at Mount Sinai for extended care, and they would love to receive your cards and letters. If you would like Jordan's address, please come see me and I will pass it along to you. They really do love to get those cards. A joy from Reverend Susan at the annual awards and fundraising dinner for Building Peaceful Bridges 2 weeks ago. Sheila Holder, Marilyn Robluski, and Andy Schlickman were each awarded a Bridge Builder Award for bridging the hearts and minds of all people. So grateful for the work of Sheila, Marilyn, and Andy continue to engage in on behalf of refugee and asylum-seeking families. Claudia Dancing did not have scheduled hip replacement surgery this past Tuesday. All is well. She will schedule it next month, so when another medical issue is resolved, she gives thanks to everyone for your attention and offers of help, and she will call on us again. A joy from Mary Dudek in this time for sharing gratitude and given our recent UCE events and gatherings. I lift up all the ways we show up for each other and our world. Love is always the answer and our calling. And a sorrow from Melanie Kitchener. She's received a cancer diagnosis that she is still in the process of learning about next steps for. We hold Melanie in our hearts and will continue to accompany her through this difficult journey. And as a reminder, with all that we're all holding, I and Reverend Susan and the pastoral care team remain available to you for care and accompaniment through life's struggles. Please reach out if you need someone. Sharing these concerns of the heart is part of how we practice beloved community, because we know that together we expand our celebrations and we lessen the burden of our grief. And in doing so, we often light candles either at the front or the side tables. Because of the fullness of our service, I'm going to invite you to do that at any time during the service that you feel moved to come forward or to the side to light a candle or drop a stone in the well of tears. For now, we share in these words of affirmation. For these joys, we give our thanks, and for these sorrows, we give our love. This month, we've been exploring different ways of praying together, and I've been inviting you to delve deeper into your practices at home. We've sung prayers, we've prayed with movements, and introduced a formula for prayer of naming, knowing, listening, and loving. Poetry is another form of prayer. This is a poem of gratitude for the earth by Reverend Dr. Kimmy Floyd Reich, a Two-Spirit leader and ordained minister through the Fellowship of Affirming Ministries. They currently serve as the LGBTQ and multicultural events coordinator for the UUA. Will you join me in prayer? Spirit of life, we give thanks for the soil where life begins and ends, for the black rain-scented loam of the north and the sun-banked sands of the south. Teach us to plant with faith, to tend with patience, to harvest with gratitude, and to rest with trust in the seasons to come. When the peppers thrive, may we rejoice. When the zucchini transforms, may we learn. When the tomatoes split before our eyes, may we remember that every season holds both birth and loss, and both are teachers. Root us in humility and hope. Grow in us the wisdom to live in balance, to honor cycles older than we can remember, and to adapt with courage to each season's gifts and limits. Let our lives, like our gardens, be shaped by care, by listening, and by love for the earth that sustains us all. Amen. Ashe, and blessed be. Our sung response is number 402, From You I Receive. We'll sing it through 4 times, and our lively spirit dancers will lead us in some movements.
As we say in our covenant each Sunday, service is our law. UCE is called by our mission, values, and principles to contribute to our community, to form accountable partnerships, and to express gratitude through giving. Today's offering will be shared with Restore Justice Foundation, whose mission is to make Illinois a safer and more compassionate state by replacing the ineffective, extreme sentencing policies of the past with evidence-based laws that allow families and communities to heal. We heard a great testimony from Lena last week, and that's the organization. You may text to give, mail in a check, put cash in the collection bowls, or give from our website. If you write a check, please indicate in the memo line if your check is for the shared offering or some other giving. The ushers will now come forward to pass the collection bowls down the row. Please give generously, and may what you give bring you joy. Thank you, as always, Gregory. and thank you for your generosity. Our reading today is called The Vegetable Prayer by Reverend Max Coots. Let us give thanks for a bounty of people, for children who are our second planting, and though they grow like weeds and the wind too soon blows them away, may they remember fondly where their roots are. Let us give thanks for generous friends with hearts as big as Hubbard's and smiles as bright as blossoms, for feisty friends as tart as apples, for continuous friends who, like scallions, keep reminding us that we've had them, for crotchety friends as sour as rhubarb and as indestructible, for funny friends as silly as Brussels sprouts, and serious friends as complex as cauliflower and as intricate as onions, for friends who are unpretentious as cabbages, and friends like parsnips who can be counted on to see you through the winter, and old friends nodding like sunflowers, I get choked up, in the evening time, and young friends coming on fast like radishes, for loving friends who wind around us like tendrils and hold us despite our blights, wilts, and witherings. And finally, I'm sorry, for those friends now gone, but who fed us in their times that we might have life thereafter. For this bounty of friends, we give thanks.
give thanks for being here together because we know that practicing gratitude grows our hearts. Thankfulness for life's abundance builds our shared capacity to endure and thrive through life's greatest challenges. There are plenty of reasons to feel discouraged right now. Capitalism and empire extract from our earth, our bodies, and our spirits. The news and social media are filled with stories of lack, of despair, and of abuse of power unchecked. It would be easy to believe these narratives are the whole story, but of course they are not. Our faith teaches us that love, goodness, and generosity are more abundant than greed, hate, and fear, and our work is to amplify them, grow them, share them, and fight for them. Our job is to expand that which we know, that all beings deserve dignity, equity, respect, and the freedom to live and thrive as their authentic selves. Before and after the government shutdown and cuts to SNAP benefits, there have been hundreds of people and generous organizations providing food to those who would otherwise go hungry right here in our neighborhoods and cities. The living miracle of loaves and fishes feeding the multitudes is realized in our world every day, all around our country. I just watched a PBS show called Lydia Celebrates America, A Nation of Neighbors. Anybody seen this? No? Okay, good. It's featuring Italian chef Lydia Bastianich. The host travels around the country meeting volunteers who give whatever they have to help their neighbors. If you want to counter the propagated narrative of scarcity, terror, and loneliness, I recommend this hour-long show, which you can watch on YouTube. Maybe watch it over this holiday week. It highlights some of the many ways people are practicing the generative miracle of abundance through mutual aid, community care, and dignified resource sharing. It shows the ongoing efforts of hundreds of neighbors coming out in droves after the LA fires to provide gourmet food for thousands every day. It shows a TikTok content creator in Indiana producing videos to help families make their limited food budgets stretch as far as possible using recession, depression, and wartime recipes. It shows a cafe in Denver that for years has been modeling reciprocity in community by offering customers multiple ways of paying for a delicious and nutritious meal, including volunteering or donating vegetables of their own. The show features a community lunch program for Japanese American elders in Portland, Oregon, where people of all ages volunteer to cook and share a meal. It shows a community food pantry operating in San Francisco as an inviting market, giving customers choice and dignity as they shop for free. At the end of the show, the volunteers from around the country gather to enjoy a gorgeous spread they've prepared together, mostly vegetables, colorful vegetables. They share encouragement and ideas for greater abundance. So many examples of building community care, neighbors helping neighbors. If you give what you can, Lydia says, it will come back to you tenfold. In the activist communities I've been blessed to participate in, I hear a phrase often, "We keep us safe." Contrary to the narratives of policing and incarceration, what truly keeps us safe and well in community and mutual care is us coming together. We also keep us fed, housed, and healthy. We, meaning those practicing and building beloved community and resisting authoritarian power over us, we keep each other whole and healing through relationships of hope, possibility, and mutual flourishing. The world as we know it continues to collapse under the weight of extractive capitalism. I know that feels scary, but we are not helpless victims. Our job now is to dream about the new world to come, to plant the seeds of what will arise from the rubble. To that end, Robin Wall Kimmerer, scientist, author, mother, and citizen of the Potawatomi Nation, has started a movement called Plant, Baby, Plant. The website says, we're showered every day with the gifts of plants. They provide the food we eat, the air we breathe, and medicines for mind and body. Despite this unearned flow of green generosity, we find ourselves embedded in a political climate and an economic system that relentlessly asks, what more can we take from the earth? This question and its answers have led us to the brink of disaster. Drill, baby, drill, that mantra of destruction and extraction is an intentional slap in the face to people who value land, life, health, and justice over corporate profits. She says, well, let's raise a garden-gloved middle finger in return. I invite you, my friends, my neighbors, my readers, my fellow citizens, into a new movement called Plant Baby Plant. This movement is just getting started. You can learn more at the website, plantbabyplant.com, and it's one way to keep grounding ourselves in stories of abundance and reciprocity. Our bread communion today is another way of planting seeds of community care, of expanding our shared narrative of mutual flourishing, possible only if we commit to making it so. Together, we call everyone to the table of beloved community to share in the plenty. Together, we remember that we are one in the collective body of love's abundance. Together, we are reminded that all deserve to have our needs for nourishment met, and we can make this a reality. Our shared communion meal begins, as always, with gratitude. And as we've been sharing various prayer practices this month, I invited any who wanted to share a prayer of nurturing gratitude to send them to me. And I received a reflection from Will Van Dyke titled Running with Thanks and Gratitude from his 2004 book. He wrote this: often when I run, I find that the rhythm of my feet slapping against the pavement, plop, 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 has become a meditation, a prayer, if you will. As my 2 feet hit the ground, first one, then the other, I say, thank you. Thank you to no one in particular, but thank you. Thank you for the gift of this day, for being able to run, to feel the air caress my skin, to see the sunset over the golf course, to smell the breeze off Lake Michigan as I run in the park along the lake. I give thanks for all of that and so much more. Each footfall is a prayer of thanks. Someone, I'm not sure who, has said there are only 2 prayers, thank you and help me. I feel fortunate now that my prayers are all thank you, although I know that there will come times when I will again need to ask for help, but for now, my life is blessed. Thank you, Will. May each of us find a way to nurture our gratitude, and may our gratitude offer us a glimpse of the world as it could be, as it should be. May our determination to co-create this world more beautiful and liberated be fortified and lift us out of the depths of despair. We keep us safe. We keep us fed and nourished. We keep us free. Holding this gratitude in our hearts and this commitment in our minds, we will partake in our bread communion. I invite our bread cutters to come forward now. And I will invite all those who brought bread to come forward. And I'll have you share in the microphone. I'll invite you to share into one of the microphones on either side what bread you brought and what heritage it comes from, if any. And if you brought grocery gift cards, you may also bring those up now and put them into the offering baskets right over there. Our bread cutters will cut the bread into cubes and fill our baskets to overflowing. And then some of our young people are going to help pass the baskets. And you'll be invited to take a piece, but hold on to it. I know it'll be hard, but try to hold on to it till we all have it, have bread, and then we will bless and eat together. So please go forward and say what you brought. Is it on?
I brought limpa bread in honor of my grandmother, Hanna Halverson, but I'm sorry I forgot the lutefisk.
Hi, I'm Donna, and I brought rye bread, which is very strong in my Polish heritage. My parents never let me eat white bread, especially not like Wonder Bread, so I grew up eating a lot of rye bread.
Thank you.
I brought sourdough bread from a brand new starter from a fellow choir member, Jenn Wisegarver.
I brought rainbow bagels in honor of my queer community and because it's from Bagel Miller where my child works.
Excuse me, I brought a multigrain sourdough bread.
Beautiful, thank you. Please say your names too, thank you.
I'm Janelle, and I brought orange cranberry scones with lemon curd, and they'll be back there because I'm British.
My name's Mikey. I brought a peach ricotta basil focaccia for Italian American.
My name is Nellie. I brought a loaf of honey oat porridge bread from a local co-op.
Nice.
Hi, my name's Aiden. I brought brioche bread that someone taught me to make when I was a kid.
My name is Barbara. I brought Irish soda bread because I love it.
My name is Michelle. For those of you who don't do wheat or too many carbs or sugar, I brought cinnamon waffles that I made.
Hi, I'm Carolyn, and I brought dark rye because I wanted pumpernickel, but they didn't have any to celebrate my German heritage.
My name is Sarah. I brought Ideal Bakery multigrain bread from Valleys because I love it so much as toast. It's fabulous.
I'm Linda. I brought cranberry pecan bread from the New York Times cooking anthem.
I'm Bobby. I baked a loaf of whole grain bread, a kind that I used to teach children how to bake.
My name is Kaz, and I brought scones, and it's not my Japanese heritage, but it's in honor of my Irish mother-in-law, so.
My name is Amy, and I brought Italian panettone.
My name's Martha, and this is my niece Emma, and we brought cinnamon bread that's gluten-free because we love it.
My name is, here I am. My name is Michael Drennan. When my mother and father moved us into the big house by the lake, she stopped baking bread. The electric resistance oven didn't provide the right level of temperature, she said. And she wasn't happy for a very long time. And then I had a daughter, and someone had to bake the bread. So I stopped using plastic loaves from the store, and I kept them and cleaned them and started making my own. It's great with peanut butter, and it's great with jelly, and it'll make you feel whole.
I'm Dominic, and this is Rocco, and we brought pumpkin chocolate chip bread baked by KT, who's singing with the choir for the first time today.
My name is Mary, and I brought monkey bread because it's one of my favorites.
My name is Peter, and these are bagels. They're, of course, Jewish. My sister ran a bagel bakery for almost 40 years. These are good bagels. They're not as good as my sister's.
Hi, I'm Jenny, and I brought Great Harvest focaccia in honor of them being open on Sunday morning.
I'm
I'm Mary Beth, and I brought what my Italian grandmother in her honor called Italian sweetbread. I don't make it. It goes with coffee. I don't drink coffee. But in honor of my wonderful grandmother and my Italian aunts who are such amazing bakers and cooks.
Hi, my name is Jackie. I bought sunflower bread that I purchased at the grocery store because it looked interesting.
My name is Sheila. I brought a cranberry walnut loaf from a new bakery on Main Street called the Button Bakery, where our Afghan refugee mom now works.
I'm Alice. I brought sourdough bread in honor of my daughter Joanna, who made sourdough bread during the COVID shutdown while she had one child at home and hasn't had a chance to do it since she had twins.
I'm Henry, and I made monkey bread.
Hi, I'm Lena, and I brought bolillos from my Mexican heritage.
I'm Elaine, and I have a loaf of challah here. It's a Jewish favorite. And I also brought a panettone, which is an Italian holiday treat. Be sure to have some.
I'm Kurt. I brought whole wheat bread that I like to make because a tradition has to start somewhere.
Hey, I'm Andy. I brought rye bread from my German heritage.
I'm Linda, and I brought my favorite gluten-free bread, Udi's Ancient Greens.
I'm Julia, and I brought a rustic white loaf from a recipe my brother shared with me.
My name's Carolyn. I'm representing my family who's hiding over there. We're representing Rogers Park today. We have bread from Devon Market and conchas from Mexico. My father-in-law was raised on these. My daughters were as well, from the neighborhood and in solidarity with our neighbors.
Hi, I'm Ellen, and I brought whole wheat bread because my family likes it.
I'm Allison. I brought soda bread to honor my grandparents who emigrated from Ireland.
I'm Justin, and I brought pumpkin bread baked this morning.
I'm Will. I'm actually bringing this for Jana. It's pumpernickel bread, but it's in honor of bread that we used to call Bubby Rye, which we would get at Finger Huts Bakery, or she would get on Finger Huts Bakery on Cermak Road in Cicero.
Hi, I'm Tom. I'm bringing a loaf of cranberry walnut bread from Hume Bakery. Hi, I'm Tom. I'm bringing a loaf of cranberry walnut bread from Hume Bakery.
Hi there, I'm Renee, and I brought pumpkin bread, and I snatched it off the counter before my cat had a chance to take it.
I'm Jim. I brought country sourdough from Hume because we moved here from San Francisco, which is famous for sourdough.
Gift cards are
I'm Regina. I brought a cinnamon swirl bread made by someone named Trader Joe.
I'm Jordan, and I brought cranberry pecan sourdough because it sounded delicious.
Look at this abundance. Look at what we do together. All right, I see some of you eating already. I need a piece of bread. here have some? Oh my gosh, okay. Hands up if you don't have bread. Kiddos. May the blessings we now take in nourish and sustain us for the work we are called to do. Manja.
Gotta finish my bite. I invite Topher, Jim, and Aaron to come forward to extinguish the chalice. As we extinguish the chalice, please join in saying the words on the screen by Reverend Elizabeth Sell Jones. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
Please rise in body or spirit and join in singing our closing hymn, We Give Thanks. for this community of mutual care and love, we move forward into the world so in need of our gifts. May each of us find ways to co-create the world each of us deserves, one more beautiful, liberated, and loving. Let us go enjoying this abundance together. Amen.